The 2026 Chevy Equinox is more than an SUV. It's your Sunday tailgate and your parking lot snack bar. Your lucky jersey, your chairs, and your big cooler fit perfectly in your even bigger cargo space. And when it's go time, your 11.3-inch diagonal touchscreen's got the playbook, the playlist, and the tech to stay a step ahead. It's more than an SUV. It's your Equinox. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
So, jumping on, we've never done this before. You're about to listen to an Encore episode, one with Brittney Beadle and Bethany Adair. Unfortunately, as many of you know, Brittney passed away at the age of 29. She was diagnosed at 18.
Oh my God, right?
You know, I remember her telling us about that. It's just, ugh.
It's just completely unfair because, like we were just talking about, we wanted to kind of come on here and give her a little tribute because although we didn't know her, when we interviewed her, you just felt that love and that light.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you don't have to know her well to feel that beautiful energy. And as funny as it seems, but you and I said, like, why her?
Yeah.
The world needs more of those people.
Yeah.
And to take someone so young who has so much to offer.
And not only that, and like just what she went through too. Like it's just not fair at all.
Horrible.
So I guess I know Chris, you and I talked, we're going to just lead with kindness, right? Well, extra kindness in honor of Brittney, extra love to everyone.
Yeah. Because life is short and not fair all the time. So you've got to just give the love. I mean, Brittney was going through probably the most pain, I would assume, just from looking at everything and every test and she was still full of love for others, ready to give. And if that is not a true angel.
I know if anyone had a reason to feel sorry for themselves or
it was her. Yeah.
Right. And instead she was like lifting others up along with her.
Always. I mean, I just went through her Instagram and just like looking at the person she was, and it's just like unbelievable how much love. I don't understand how humans like that are made and then taken from us.
Yeah.
Too soon. So just sending love to her family.
Yes.
I know.
And everyone who has been touched by her, we're thinking of you. This is not an easy time.
But we also wanted to mention, I think one of the main reasons besides just honoring her and who she was is there is a GoFundMe. So to support, I think she had a ton of hospital bills and
yes, we'll put that in our show notes along with a link to purchase her book too.
Yeah, that would be great. Okay.
Guys, right.
Sending love to her family and her husband, who just seems like such an angel too.
Yeah. All right, thanks. Here's the show.
Bye.
I'm super excited to announce this project that I've been working on. It came out of a need where I felt really alone. It was the loneliest time of my life when I got diagnosed with breast cancer. The first question I asked my oncologist was, who have you treated that has my exact diagnosis? She couldn't find anyone. I have a wonderful husband, great friends, but they weren't walking down the same path. This is why I created Diagnosis Anonymous. Diagnosis Anonymous connects people who are going through cancer, newly diagnosed people, to mentors, people who have been down that same path. Go to diagnosisanonymous.com and join our waitlist to get matched to your mentor. You'll fill out a quick, easy form. You will get notified when you have a match. diagnosisanonymous.com. Thank you.
Welcome to Boobalicious. This podcast is about navigating life as a midlife woman. Your health, your body, your identity, and everything that shifts along the way.
From hormones to healing, including life during and after cancer, we're having the conversation no one prepares you for.
I'm Chris, a mom of 2 and a breast cancer survivor.
And I'm in perimenopause.
And we're figuring it out right alongside you.
I'm Jenny, a physical therapist specializing in women's health. join us and subscribe. I fell in love with our guests' friendship watching them on Instagram. So kind of as like stalker energy coming from me, but you guys, your accounts are just so full of like good vibes and humor, and it's easy to forget what you're even talking about, that often there's a thread of metastatic breast cancer going on through there. But I'm kind of a little bit fangirling here, but I'm so excited to introduce Bethany Adair.
Yep, Adair.
And-
Yeah.
And you might know her as My Guru Cancer on socials, and Brittney Beadle. Thank you so much for being here.
Welcome. So can we start at the very beginning, ladies? I just like, how did you guys meet? What was that process? Because I know everybody's so enthralled by your friendship. So
I can start first. I don't know the exact way we got connected online. Like it could have been, I feel like a friend of mine reached out and be like, have you seen this girl, Brittney Beadle, who was diagnosed with MBC at 18, and she's just like the most positive ray of sunshine. So Brittney, I think I followed you first as a fangirl and was like, oh my God, like this girl is like living it, you know,
Next
not
level.
just like all these things. I have a background in like yoga therapy and mindfulness and stuff like that. I'm like, this girl's just living it. Like I had to study and do all these things, but she's just like naturally living it. And then like most internet cancer relationships, we just started messaging more and more. And I think I sent you my book at some point. And then, and I don't know how far down the road this was, but my family, I'm from Florida originally, where Brittney lives. I fly in and out of Orlando when I see my family in Vero Beach. So like it just happened to line up where I'm like, hey, I'm going to be in town. And we met for a Mexican lunch. And it was like the instant, could not stop talking, sharing, bonding. And I don't even know when that was. Do you?
Yeah, it's been like I feel like so many years ago
I
at
know,
this point, right? Like,
lifetimes ago.
yeah, it's insane how like even more. And I remember just lighting up when I met you, and we were eating tacos and just talking and laughing and sharing not only like cancer stuff, but just like regular everyday stuff too, you know?
Life stuff.
So yeah.
And there is something magical with, if we're all lucky to have experienced this, when you meet someone, you're like, oh, we know each
that's
other
my
path
girl.
life, or
That's
that is my person. Yeah.
That's my person.
And extra fun when it's like you've been following and connecting with that person online, and extra fun where it's like, oh, this is the real deal with that person too. Because you kind of never know, you know, where you meet like someone might present a certain way online, but in person it's like, oh my God, I love you even more.
It's interesting. I feel like the people that I've met, that's only happened with social media within the cancer community. You know, like those connections, because when you meet up, you just are raw, you're real, you're authentic. So it's like one of the silver linings about social media, I guess, for our community.
Yeah, I agree. I like my main community is from people I've met online, and I love it so much.
I was going to ask if each of you don't mind just giving us like a quick synopsis of your diagnosis, if that's okay, where you are, what's going on.
Yeah.
You want to go first, Bethany? Or?
Oh, you can go ahead, and then I'll.
Okay. Well, I was diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer when I was 18 years old. After being told 18-year-olds don't get breast cancer, I found my lump and then was told 18-year-olds don't get breast cancer and sent home. And 3 months later, I went back because my nipple had become inverted. So, but it turns out 18-year-olds do get breast cancer, and they actually also get metastatic breast cancer. So I was actually diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer at the age of 18 years old.
Does it run in your family, Brittney, or?
It doesn't, no. So I don't have the gene, I don't have BRCA or anything. I just
Just
got it, And I've been living with it for, it'll be 11 years in May.
Congratulations. I think that's amazing. I think this is great to talk about because a lot of the doctors, that's the feedback I got too. You're too young. This didn't apply to you. And I feel like with the same thing happened to me with the inverted nipple. So that's something just to, I don't know, be aware of. And then also your intuition. So I'm glad that you followed that.
And like
And-
advocate for yourself too, right? Because if I didn't go back, if I listened to them saying 18-year-olds don't get breast cancer, I don't know where I would be right now. But because I saw something was truly not right, 3 months later, I went back and, had the biopsy. I pushed for it and
And kudos to
found
you
out.
because it's not easy to advocate for yourself at any point in your life, but at 18, like,
Yeah.
I had the help of my mom, by the way.
Good. Your
She
mom-
helped a lot.
Your mom sounds awesome, but especially against a doctor who's
Yeah.
trained for years.
right, the expert.
And
Mhm.
as a woman, we, if we speak up, we're to this or to that. And we don't know what we're talking about sometimes, especially to a trained professional. So I'm really happy that your mom and you really advocated for yourself. Where are you at now with your journey?
Well, currently I am going through a little rough patch. I'm on my 9th line of treatment right now.
Okay.
And the cancer is in my bones, my liver, my pancreas, my brain. It's kind of everywhere, but we are working on it. We're working on, I'm on chemotherapy right now. Like I said, I'm on my 9th line of treatment right now.
Okay.
I get treatment to my brain. I had full brain radiation and gamma knife, which is a targeted radiation done 5 separate times over the years. So I am going through a rough patch, but we are figuring it out.
Right. Yes.
Figuring it out.
Working out. Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
Do you mind sharing?
Yes, I have to also, because Brittany's probably the most humble person I've ever met. So I have to emphasize a few parts of your story,
Please.
Brittany, if you don't
I love
mind.
this.
I feel like, first of all, going through that, I was diagnosed at 34 with stage 2 breast cancer. So I had my teens and my 20s cancer free. And just the mere experience, I can't imagine going through that at 18. I mean, she literally had her double mastectomy on prom night, where her girlfriend was, coming to visit her in her prom dress. And then she had her first round of chemo. It was graduation day, went to graduation that same day. And, the fact that it started out so rough with you did everything right. You took the lump to the doctor right away. They found the lump on the mammogram, but decided not to biopsy it for the exact reason you're too young. I feel like Brittany has every reason to be really angry and pissed at the world, right?
Yeah.
And the universe and doctors and medicine. But instead she's just the complete opposite. And she's just one of the most positive, beautiful, kind-hearted, optimistic people I've ever met in my entire life. And it's such a treasure to know you as a friend, a person. And she has outlived every single prognosis that any doctor has given her. And she's heard some tough things in her life, things no one should ever hear at any age. And just went through a huge crazy thing in October, while we're all Breast Cancer Awareness Month, getting overwhelmed there. She was in the hospital for a month and told really scary news that, she may even have a few days to live. And
Oh my God.
and I remember a text when I finally got to talk with you. I know I was speaking to your incredible husband, and your best friend was updating me too. And she's just I'm going to fucking walk out of here. I'm going to prove them wrong. And her mom was saying the same thing. And her husband, you guys don't know Brittney Beadle. And she did. And here we are 4 months later. And we got to see each other a month ago. And I just I could not be more in awe of this human. And I'll shout out her book. It's called A Piece of Hope. And this is it's called A Piece of Hope, and it very much is. And it's just the way she navigated every crazy curveball with such grace and joy and love, and doesn't ignore that it's really hard at times too.
Yes.
And I think we both share that perspective of letting ourselves fall apart and break down and feel those emotions. We're not denying or trying to bypass, the hard stuff, but we both work really hard to stay in love and gratitude when we can. And it's not always possible, but anyways, I love you. So there's my she's so humble. And I'm
I
don't even know you both, and I love you both.
I know. I'm telling you.
was trying not to talk too much, and you're just
I know, because your story is insanely incredible. Like, I think about you all the time.
Wait, we can't
Even my husband too, we've had moments recently where we're like, if Brittney Beadle can do this, like we can do that. Like we've had what would Brittney do? What, filter in our head. And it's
Brittney, is that just been your personality? Like where?
Yeah. My mom raised me to like believe in miracles and just, so she kind of prepared me, I feel like, for my diagnosis because she just raised me that way. She raised me to just look at the bright side of things, but also to feel your emotions, like Bethany was saying, because you have to like feel through everything,
I didn't learn that emotion lesson until I was like well into my 40s with like decades of therapy. So I'm also in awe of that you're able to.
I always have like, a little breakdown first and then release it. And then eventually the light comes back, I
think it's good for people to have breakdowns and let it out
It's
and like
so
really, grieve the things you need to grieve. I think the pretending, some people kind of go the other way, and I don't think that's good either. I mean, just for me. But wow, what happened on prom night? Why did you have to do that on prom night? Oh my God.
They told me I was going to be cancer free because they thought I was in early stage. And so I was like, okay, well, it's worth it to me to skip prom so that I could live. And like Bethany said, my best friend since kindergarten came to visit me in her beautiful, prom dress. I'm in my little hospital gown. It just lit me up so much that it was her and her date who came, and it was so nice to have them there. So for me, in the moment, it was worth it. Obviously, I was not cancer free, but I have no regrets.
Right.
You really just live in the moment. And I feel like we're all just trying to get there. I know I am. It's a daily struggle, but it's an inspiration.
I was reading up on you, and you said something that I was like, oh, you said, even though I was trained in peace, I completely lost it during the diagnostic phase. And one, I thought so relatable. And just the fact that, like, yes, you had, so what I know of your story, Bethany, was how you had been practicing yoga, teaching yoga, and then you had gone through, was it a mindfulness course?
Training, yeah. It's called the work of Baron Katie. I call it a mindfulness practice, but it's a form of self-inquiry, but very much like, just like we work with the body, in yoga and movement, it's kind of like yoga for the mind and helping us sort of catch the scary stories that are running through our heads when we are spiraling, and then kind of identify and question them. So it was like a huge life-changing practice for my own life. And I got certified in that practice 2 months before my first diagnosis, which I had other plans for how I was going to almost share that work.
Yeah, your universe is like, here's the ultimate final project.
Yes. It's like, this is what you've been training for. I'm like, oh, but I always, I love to share that, like, because I had that background, you would think that my first reaction would be, like, dive into those tools and use them and immerse myself. And I did the total opposite. I was also no family history of breast cancer and like felt so healthy. I did find my own lump, but I had many lumps. They started in my late 20s, and I always took them to a doctor for an ultrasound of some sort. And they were, I was told it was either a swollen lymph node or a cyst. So this lump was the only one I didn't get checked out right away.
Wow.
I waited a whole year and found a lump in my armpit. And that's when I was like, that's weird. So lots of lessons in this journey, which is why I call it my guru cancer, but advocating and listening to your body and taking anything new and strange or different right to doctors, and then pursuing it if you don't like the answer you hear. It's kind of like a spinoff of Brittney's story, because she did take it right to the doctors. And then I went through, it was a late stage 2, early 3 breast cancer. And that's like, that journey is really the chunk of the book. It was like intimately ins and outs of that journey and kind of jumping around in time a little bit to how life did prepare me in this weird way to go through this. I really thought, I was pronounced physically cancer free after my double mastectomy, and then did radiation and all that stuff too, and chemo, but I thought it was over. And so I had about 5.5 years of remission, and then it came back stage 4 in 2021. So I'll hit 5 years officially with MBC. I always get confused around, like, I say 5 years, but obviously it never actually went away because it came back. So I don't know how long I've been living with MBC, but officially I'll hit the 5-year mark this year. And then, 11 years. We were diagnosed the same year, 2015, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Not
weird.
15.
Yeah.
Bethany, you were ERPR positive, HER2 positive, or
ER positive, HER2 negative. So now, like, there's been new research about HER2 low. So that didn't exist around my first diagnosis. Like, nobody knew what HER2 low or ultra low was. I always thought I was HER2 negative.
Mhm.
So what it is, do you know about it?
I don't.
No,
It's
Super
my
freaking
reading, yeah.
exciting.
I was HER2 positive, but when
Yeah.
I was diagnosed, this didn't exist. So now I'm just
So this
wondering.
is literally within, I don't know the exact date, but the past couple years, they've identified sort of this subgroup that's like a middle ground in HER2, where on reports it reads HER2 negative. But if you look at the report, and by the way, I learned about this from an oncologist on Instagram. This is how I found out. The onc doc. It was a post from him, and like, he told us how to go to our pathology report, wherever, your FISH report or whatever that talks about, but wherever you found out you were HER2 negative or positive, if it says HER2 negative, you look at your IHC score and there's a number next to it. So if it's 2+ or above, like HER2 positive, but if it's 1+ or 0, you are considered HER2 low or ultra low. At least the metastatic breast cancer setting is it opens up some doors for you to have access to lines of treatment and HER2 therapy. So these are things I would not have had access to before. And my most recent medication in HER2 is that's the reason I could get on it. And it was a complete miracle for my body. So it's like very exciting in our world, first of all, to learn about any kind of new treatment that's approved. But like this, I wouldn't have had access to 5 years ago.
Was it still the Herceptin? Is it still the Herceptin?
No, it was in HER2 by itself. And I know there's lots of like,
Yes,
these are questions I'm asking now. I'm like, do you pair it with Perjeta? Do you, like, I don't know. It was just in HER2 for me, for HER2 low. So it's very exciting. So I'm now considered ER positive, HER2 low. And then I do carry a mutation called the ESR1 mutation, which is not genetic. And so it's not something you would have inherited. It's something that if you've been on hormone treatment for a while, your body can develop this mutation in resistance to hormone therapy. So it happened to me, and it was the reason I progressed on hormone therapy. So what's kind of neat about this new setting of what they call genomic mutations, genomic sequencing, biomarker testing, it all has different names, of course, to make it more confusing, but these rare mutations can help guide treatment plans for us. So like, they lead to targeted therapies. Like I was on one for the ESR1 mutation in particular, and it's kind of like a new exciting area in research. So if you're having progression, I always tell people like your best friend is biomarker testing right away. That could be a biopsy from tissue, or liquid biopsy, which is a blood test that can kind of see if you have any rare mutations. And sometimes there's some there that are targetable and sometimes it's not, but it's something I monitor often throughout life.
That is great information.
Yeah.
It's interesting. We all have like people who've gone through a diagnosis. It's like you just have to get a degree in it. You sound
Oh my God, I know.
know,
I didn't even know what an oncologist was at the beginning of all this. So I'm like, I've learned a lot and
I'm
still
like,
feel
how many
like,
doctors do I need?
Yeah.
Like who does what does and then now, so many years later, you just like you sound like one of
Yes,
the
you do sound like a
doctors.
doctor.
I
Dr.
joke
Bethany.
that like we speak medical now.
Yes.
Kind of fluent in medical.
Were you a big Instagram user, Bethany, prior to your diagnosis? Brittany, I'm assuming maybe you were, just because of your age, you were more on social media. I'm just making generalities.
Assumptions.
Yeah, assumptions.
I actually wasn't. I started
Interesting,
posting
okay.
more after my diagnosis to kind of keep family and stuff updated. And then all of a sudden I discovered this whole community, a breast cancer community of, younger people. And it kind of just, that's how it happened for me. And yeah, it was like healing and everything to like post about what I was going through and connect with everybody.
Yeah.
And, they gave me more information to ask my doctor and everything. So before my diagnosis, I wasn't big on, especially 'cause Instagram was more newer back then too.
I was on Facebook at my first in 2015. So I was sharing some there, but it was a blog that I mainly used to, I'm like, do blogs exist anymore? But like, that was my main sort of like way of writing and processing and keeping everyone updated. And then Instagram, it wasn't until kind of after, I think, my recurrence 5 years ago is when I started getting really active in Instagram. And then I'm on TikTok too, but I like Instagram the most personally,
Yeah.
like community wise. It's just like, it's incredible. Like Brittney said, like when you have questions or issues, like, I mean, I bring in lists of questions from our community online. Like I just did it yesterday with my oncologist because I am facing progression right now, which was quite a shocker. I did not anticipate it. 'Cause things were going really well. But yeah, looking at my 5th line of treatment or clinical trials right now, but I brought like the longest list of questions from everybody. I'm like, have you heard of this trial? What about this treatment for the liver? What about that? What about this? What, and it's so helpful
Makes
and
a
amazing.
village.
Plus just the support, like is incredible, and kindness and like people encouraging, I know is awesome. And we get some tough, I know Brittney and I have chatted about, like we get some tough messages too of like a lot of judgment and like,
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that.
it's not common, but I swear it happens. And it's like, man, why would anyone say that's to someone going
It's just
through what we're
noise.
going
You just
through?
gotta ignore it.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
horrible.
It's that is horrible. I was wondering about that because my personality, I share every thought that comes in my head goes out my mouth. So if I was going through that, I would share everything. Was that a hard decision to make? Because you both are so open on socials, or is that kind of how you guys was that live as well?
I think it's how I live. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's easy for me to overshare.
Me too. And when we get like those weird comments, we always send them to each other and we're like, can you believe this person said this? This is so funny. Like who would write a random stranger online like this crazy message?
So like last week when I shared my progression, I'm like in tears in my video, I'm just like very raw and vulnerable. It's not what people are used to seeing, but I was like, fuck it. This is what's happening. So someone private messaged me that like she had this thought that this is how I could cure my cancer. And it would be to just remove the words my guru from my life.
There you go.
She felt that would be the cure. And that if I just dropped those 2 words, because I was giving cancer so much energy, that would heal me. It was a private message, it's fine. But I sent it over to Brittney. I was like, oh my God, this is the cure I've been missing this whole time. Because surely every person that says, F cancer, I hate cancer, fight cancer, surely they've all survived, right? Like, I don't know. Words matter, to me, but it's like what you resonate with is what matters. And I think Brittney and I both share like this perspective of trying to extract the love and the beauty and the learning and the growth instead of like going to battle and fight. And we just resonate with it more. And I don't feel like it's wrong to go the other way. That's great. It's like whatever works for you and makes you feel empowered. But I thought it was just, a really funny comment. We get a lot of like miracle cure things.
You guys could start a whole account based on like, unsolicited advice about cancer.
Oh my God, that's so funny. What I feel like this, I love the fact that you guys support each other on the funny comments, the hard days. I was going to ask like what the friendship has given you, but I kind of see it just and I hear it, but I don't know.
We have, the silliness. We make fun reels together and laugh about all these like crazy comments, but we're also there for each other when we're breaking down. Bethany never stops checking up on me. She's like, when I was in the hospital, she just, not only was she like understanding that I couldn't respond in the moment, but so she was texting my husband to like keep up with me. And if I have a breakdown, she's always there for me to, not like just lift me up, but like listen to me. So she's not just like, oh, everything's going to be okay. She like actually listens and lets me feel my emotions. And then when I need it, she'll pick me back up again. And I think that's what makes our friendship so special is because of that.
It's so important. It's so
I just
important.
couldn't agree more. I mean, she was the first person I called after my recent progression, you know, and I always check in because I'm like, Brittany is going through something harder in her body right now. And so there's that comparative thing. And I always like ask them, like, are you sure it's okay for me to like,
Yeah.
I mean, because I can walk and ski and hike, right? Like, it's amazing what my body can still do right now. And then she's always just like, oh my God, are you crazy? Like, no, don't even think about that for a second. I love like hearing from you. I am cheering you on always. And like, so I was just like a sobbing mess right after that appointment, just in shock and disbelief. And all she just listened and held me in it. And I think that's like, it's such an amazing way to be there for each other, of just pure validation of whatever you're going through. Like, I don't think either of us ever feel like the other person wants, you know, change. It's just like pure acceptance. Those are my people, like acceptance for however you show up, and encouragement and love, and, you know, all of that stuff too, I think makes a huge, huge difference. And then like, you just don't know what this is like unless you're living it. And it's so important for people to connect with others that are going through it. 'Cause I mean, I even like, it feels lonely sometimes, like often. And even with, you know, my husband, we feel lonely sometimes as a couple in it. And so it's like, it's just so important to reach out for those connections and then hold tight to those people that
and let them. I think that was so important what you said about letting people feel
yeah.
their emotions, because I know for me, when I was going through it, family members, Bethany, you just said like, they'd be like, you know, be positive or whatever. I think it comes out of a fear base, because they don't want to hear you.
It's uncomfortable to be with someone that's struggling.
They kind of just don't want to.
Yeah. I wanted to just highlight the way both of you can be your fully authentic, vulnerable selves with one another is huge. Because I think, I mean, I don't know if it was hard initially at all, but it can be hard to ask for help, right? Just full stop, no matter what the situation, let alone ask someone, I'm really struggling. I'm having all these emotions. I don't like these emotions, but here, can you have some too? Like, that's beautiful. I love you guys.
I do too.
I know. I was like almost feeling bad, because I know Bethany is going through her progression and trying to figure everything out with that. And I texted her yesterday, complaining because I've been waking up kind of sad lately because I'm just going through so much and my body's going through so much. So I've been releasing a lot in the morning and like crying. And I was texting her and she was like, no, like you are okay. Like I want to listen to you and I want to hear you. And it's just nice to have that, you know, like I don't have to like filter myself because she's also going through something. We could go through it together, you know?
And
I
I
think
feel like
I also
it's
think
just an example of how you can use challenges and suffering and struggles like as a point of connection, like an intimacy, because it really is like that is the real shit, you know, like, and it's such a privilege to be with someone in pain. And yes, it can be uncomfortable or, you know, whatever, but like, I don't know, I think we both have like a comfort space in it.
that's
You just took the
with
words
each other.
right out of my mouth about
me too. I was just gonna say
privilege.
that.
Yeah,
Like-
such a privilege.
Yeah, I feel like so comfortable with you, like telling you all my emotions. And I feel like that is something that is rare because, like we said, some people don't know how to deal with that. And so they're just like, be positive and, you know,
it'll be okay. It'll be, and you're like, okay,
Exactly.
yes, and like,
right now.
Yeah.
And how good does it feel to be able to support someone? Like it just for the person that's just there for them. I mean, I think that's what it's all about too. Just, you know, being supportive and, you know, feeling good just to be that person.
Do either of you have sisters? You feel like you're each other's sister now.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I
Yeah.
don't have a sister.
I have brothers.
Yeah, it's amazing how you two found each other like this.
Yeah.
And we're a lot of years apart too. Like I
I
don't feel that
know.
way at all. I'm literally what 4 or 5 years younger than your mom. I was like, oh shit, is this weird?
Wait, Brittney, how old are you now?
I just turned 29.
Oh,
Yeah.
And Bethany, do you
Happy
mind me
birthday.
asking?
I am 44. So it's like we've got a span between us, and it doesn't feel that way at all. But I remember when I found out her mom's age, I was like, wait, is this weird? Are we okay still? Like,
You start texting your mom too.
yeah, her mom is incredible. Her
Yeah,
mom is incredible.
she actually just came to visit me, and my mom was here. And like Bethany took me to like my doctor appointment, and
Aww.
We did her brain treatment together.
yeah.
Little dance and stuff. I know. I was like, I wish we could go together to treatment all the time. That was like
No.
such a wish.
And that was what I saw when you guys posted that you were finally together. I was shocked at how intensely I felt. Like it was like you know them, but I don't know. I'm glad to see it.
I know we're both like, I think the internet really likes our friendship with you. Cool.
Yes,
So funny.
for sure. Well, we do this one segment, so we've added just to kind of address the health and wellness too. Is there something that either of you have? It's called "What's in Your Bag." So,
That's it.
is there a product or something that you feel going through this process that has just been, a hero product for you to get you through? It could be anything. It could be even,
It could be a metaphorical bag if you want. But yeah, what's in your bag today?
Yeah.
So my metaphorical bag is my mindset. So every time I go into my treatments, my chemo, I make sure that I view it from a place of love and healing instead of, like, this is going to make my body weaker. And I go in and I sit with my treatment and I hold it first and I set an intention. And then when it's, running through my IV, I meditate with it and send it love and healing. And so it enters my body with just love and healing.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And it really helps me a lot because the other day I had treatment and I really didn't want to go. I woke up and I'm like, I'm too tired for this. I don't want to go. But when I got there, I was like, just feeling gratitude that I have access to the treatment and, and it's like, hopefully, it's working. And so my metaphysical bag is my mindset.
I love that.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Is there anything in a physical bag that you always like to have with you?
Oh, I do. I have a bunch of stuff in my physical bag too. I bring fuzzy socks, my little blanket to keep me warm, little activities like my Kindle and my coloring book and,
I love that. I love all of that.
Yeah. How about you, Bethany?
We have the same metaphorical bag. Mindset, 100%, and very similar mindset. I do not see treatment, as toxic or poison or in any way. I simply welcome it with gratitude as a healing cleanse. That's the reason we're doing this. So I think mindset around medicine is really important, that whatever treatment we're doing, like we have a belief in its ability to heal us and be kind to us. And I also... it's just a privilege to have access to medicine and treatments. And I know we are big fans of breast cancer research and MBC research, and let's go and keep that going and give us more treatment options that can not only keep us here longer, but give us a good quality of life, that we can fully embrace. So mindset's metaphorical. Physically, I didn't tell you this, Brittany, but I bought this because of you. It's like a selfie stick, and it can turn into a little stand or whatever for filming stuff. That's it. That's it.
I had my light, but it died.
So this is in my chemo bag now too. Now I always do treatment days, scan days. I will always do some kind of reel because it makes it so much fun for me. I think ahead and look forward. What theme am I going to do? Yesterday I did the Olympics.
That was great. Love
the time before it was Stranger Things because the finale had just come out, and I get stupid amount of joy from just thinking about it and planning it and filming it. And so usually the nurses are helping me film stuff, and it's funny because it's deeply awkward sometimes because I'm I don't have a private room ever for my treatment. I don't understand where those people come from and where I can get one, but I'm in the middle of a lot of people, and some people are not doing well near me or passed out or sleeping, and I just want to be mindful not to disturb anyone else's experience, but I will be like in the corner with my little
Whispering,
selfie
you're
stick, like
like,
shimmering awkward. Like I did a lap dance for Tim recently in one, and there were like people 5 feet from our faces watching.
Ah,
Just,
I swear you have the
Good.
best reels, the best ideas, editing, like
I have so much
gorgeous.
fun.
I didn't see the Olympic one. I don't know why your stuff hasn't been showing
I
up.
know. We're out of each other's algorithms right now. And
I
it's
Yeah.
super
can't
annoying
understand
to
how
me.
that's possible.
I
Yeah.
have
Doesn't
so
seem
loved
right.
it.
I have to actively go to your account now too.
Me too. And then I'm like liking everything and like,
Yeah.
oh, look, I gotta go comment that. Like,
So the Olympics was like like literally 10 minutes before my trip. I wasn't going to do anything yesterday, but then I saw the Olympic song was trending. I've been watching it and I was like,
Yeah,
you know
same.
what? I asked if I could try to ice skate on the infusion pole, because I was wheels and I was advised against that. I was like, how sturdy is this? And like the nurse came and she's like, I would not do that. And so I positioned it in a way against a wall where I could do like an arabesque.
Yes, that's what stands out in my mind is your gorgeous arabesque.
Ooh, I'm gonna go check that out right now.
So that I always tell people, I'm like, I know it sounds so silly, but is such a coping mechanism of mine. And scan days too. Like I'm literally laughing through my scan days, twerking in a scan room or just doing something silly. And then I'm editing it and then I'm putting it together, like that's where my attention is instead of all the
Speaking
what
of
if
scan days,
worries.
I wanted to say on your website, mygurucancer.com, is it a meditation for scanxiety?
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought that was so great. So I just want to like say that out loud. I'll share
Yeah.
it in my socials too. But what a gift to people.
Yeah, I
And life
partnered
is
with
real.
First Ascents. It's a young adult cancer nonprofit. They do adventure trips. And it was when 10 years ago, I didn't know anyone my age with cancer. I wasn't like connecting with people online as much. I think my closest age was like 10 or 15 years older than me. And so it wasn't until I went on a trip with First Ascents that I was like, oh
Okay.
my God, people my age, like this is so exciting. And it was it was like 2 years after my diagnosis. So anyways, I love them. They're wonderful. And they do some mindfulness stuff too. But yeah, they're headquartered in Denver. So I live outside
amazing.
of Boulder. And so we recorded that meditation together. And it's also based on like a part in my book that's like 5 steps to clear scanxiety. And not to say I don't experience scanxiety also. There are just different ways I meet it in my body and mind and stuff like that, as I know Brittney's well-versed in scanxiety training as well.
I love that you have like that, but like also so people can go to My Guru Cancer to go see you.
I'm like,
You screenshotted her comment and texted it to me, I remember. And
I couldn't believe it.
I couldn't believe it either. Yeah, lost a follower that day, but
Jeez.
that's okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I say there's always going to be one, like, telling your story
Like, I would
about
never pole dance. I'm like, cool, don't.
Okay.
No one's asking you to.
Exactly.
I did it once. It was hilarious. I laughed my ass off the whole time, and that's how I am going to be doing my journey. But like, you're welcome not to.
No one's making you lady. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you guys want listeners to know before we wrap up?
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
love
Just like,
and the
I mean,
support.
I think you know this, but I always like to reiterate that you're not alone
Yeah.
in this journey ever. It feels that way sometimes, but there's always like ways to connect with people, whether it's online or a support group in person or local and like find your people. And if you don't find them right away, like keep shopping, keep dating, like they're out there. Because sometimes you don't find the right support right away. Like I've, encountered that where it didn't truly feel supportive to me, and that's okay. And like, but to keep looking for your people and then hold on to them tight when you have it. And like, I think, Brittney and I are very open about sharing our journey, and that's not for everyone. But I know for us, it's very healing. Like we get so much out of sharing as well. And so if that's ever like an interest or curiosity, just try it and like see how it feels to begin to share your heart with the world, because that's a legacy too, that you get to leave an imprint, in the world and sharing your heart. Like I hope that I'm here for a long, long time, but I like knowing that like, yeah, those dances are going to be out there on the internet, or the book is going to be there, like no matter what, my voice or, like that'll be in the world no matter what. And that feels really good.
It's
I
so
think
beautiful.
about that too, like how, we're still like, if God forbid, something happens early, like we still have, our social media page with all of our living and fun and our legacy, and we have our books, so I think about that all the time too, which I think is nice.
And we are
There's, like,
really
a sense of purpose to this
Yeah.
shit show that we're in as well.
Yeah, a little silver lining, like
Yeah.
going through this, sharing and laughing, and
and
even the hard stuff.
we are so lucky that you share with us. So just thank you. Really appreciate it. It's really touched me. I'm going to keep on stalking you guys. And for people who are not currently stalking you, could you share where our listeners can find you?
Yeah, so I'm at My Guru Cancer. And then Brittney.
Yeah, it's just my Brittney Beadle, my name, on Instagram and TikTok.
Oh, great. Okay, great. And we'll put that in the show notes too, so everyone can get the correct stuff.
Our listeners, and we got to have you guys on again.
And we want to hang out. So
Listen, thank you for having us.
I know.
I had so much fun with you guys. Like, we laughed.
All right, ladies.
thank you so much.
Have a great day,
Thank
and we'll
you.
be praying and sending you all healing vibes.
Yeah.
Mm.
Thank you for joining us today on Boobalicious. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this with a breastie who needs it. And also, don't forget to support our sponsors. We donate a portion of the proceeds to a charity that supports cancer patients in need. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts. Feel free to DM us on Boobalicious Pod. We welcome all questions and topic suggestions.
The conversations on Boobalicious are based on personal experiences and professional insight, but they are not intended to replace your medical advice. Always consult your doctor or licensed healthcare provider for medical guidance specific to your situation. We're here to support, not prescribe. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.